The Secret Life of Yvonne Craig Batgirl and AMP Star Trek Orion Slave Girl. Yvonne Craig, a name synonymous with two iconic roles in television history, Batgirl and Star Trek's Orion Slave Girl. While her characters captivated audiences on screen, there was a hidden life behind the camera, one filled with intriguing stories, challenges, and unexpected twists. In this video, we unlock the secrets of Yvonne Craig's extraordinary life. Yvonne Craig's journey in life began on May 16, 1937 in Taylorsville, Illinois. However, she spent her formative years growing up in Columbus, Ohio. In 1951, her family relocated to Dallas, Texas, marking a significant transition in her life. From a young age, Yvonne harbored dreams of becoming a ballerina. Dance filled her early years, and she dedicated herself to honing her skills in pursuit of her ballet aspirations. Her dedication and talent in the world of dance eventually caught the attention of Alexandra Danilova, a prominent ballerina and instructor. Danilova's recognition of Yvonne's potential paved the way for an extraordinary opportunity. Yvonne Craig became the youngest member of the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo. Her time with the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo was a crucial chapter in her life and would later prove invaluable when she stepped into the role of Batgirl. The rigorous training and experience she gained as a ballet dancer contributed significantly to her physical abilities and grace, which she would bring to her superhero persona. In 1957, Yvonne made the decision to leave the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo. Her next destination was Los Angeles, where she initially aimed to pursue a professional dancing career. However, fate had other plans in store for her. Yvonne found herself increasingly drawn to the world of acting, and this newfound passion would ultimately reshape her career trajectory. As she ventured into acting, Yvonne Craig's talent and presence caught the attention of the entertainment industry. Her acting career began to gain momentum, leading to notable roles such as co-starring alongside the legendary Elvis Presley. However, one role in particular would forever etch her name in pop culture history: her portrayal of Batgirl in the iconic Batman TV series. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, Yvonne Craig emerged as a notable figure in the realm of television. Her performances during this period showcased her acting prowess and versatility. Pop culture historian and author Jeffrey Mark, known for works like Ella, a biography of the legendary Ella Fitzgerald, and the Lucy book, shed light on Yvonne's early career. He noted that Yvonne excelled in portraying a series of ingenues, seamlessly transitioning between sweet and wicked characters. One of her standout roles during this era was on the popular television series Perry Mason. In this series, Yvonne had the opportunity to demonstrate her acting chops in a dramatic context. She showcased her ability to tackle various roles, often portraying characters with depth and complexity. These early roles established Yvonne as a talented and versatile actress in the world of television. Yvonne's performances in dramas were complemented by her appearances in comedies, displaying her adaptability as an actress. She often portrayed characters like the 16 to 18-year-old inheriting a significant fortune or the seductive 19-year-old engaged in a forbidden affair with a married man. Her success in these roles was evident, as she consistently secured work in a highly competitive industry. One noteworthy aspect of her career was her recurring appearances on the series Dobie Gillis. Yvonne's talent and likability were so apparent that the show's creators repeatedly brought her back to portray different characters, showcasing her versatility and range. Additionally, Yvonne Craig's career extended beyond television as she ventured into the world of film. She had the privilege of sharing the screen with the iconic Elvis Presley, further cementing her status as a prominent figure in the entertainment industry. Prolific actress. In the world of film, Yvonne had the privilege of co-starring alongside the legendary Elvis Presley. She graced the screen in notable films such as It Happened at the World's Fair and Kissin' Cousins, sharing the spotlight with the king of rock and roll himself. These collaborations added a layer of prestige to her already impressive resume, solidifying her status as a respected actress in Hollywood. Her cinematic journey didn't stop there. Yvonne ventured into various genres, including espionage, as she appeared in the James Coburn spy film In Like Flint. She also left her mark in the realm of science fiction, contributing to the cult classic Mars Needs Women. Her ability to adapt to different genres underscored her versatility as an actress. However, it was on the small screen that Yvonne truly became a household name. Her television guest appearances spanned a wide range of popular shows from that era. She graced Bob Denver's The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, embarked on underwater adventures in Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and rode the Wild West in Laramie. Her talent knew no bounds as she made memorable appearances in The Big Valley, The Man from UNCLE, McHale's Navy, The Ghost Amp, Mrs. Muir, and many more. Her captivating performances made her a sought-after actress in the television industry. Herbie J. Pilato, an expert in television history and the author of Glamour, Gidgets, and The Girl Next Door, television's iconic women from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, shed light on the dynamics of the television industry during that era. TV, in those days, operated somewhat like the studio system in movies. Actors were often contracted with specific studios or networks, and they would be assigned to various shows produced by those entities. For instance, if an actor signed with Paramount, they would frequently appear in Paramount-produced shows. The same principle applied to actors signed with Screen Gems or other production companies. This system led to familiar faces gracing the screens of multiple shows, creating a shared community of actors in the television industry. Looking for a change, in 1967, Yvonne Craig was at a pivotal juncture in her career, eagerly seeking a regular series to cement her presence in the world of television. Despite a string of successful guest appearances, she realized that viewers often struggled to connect a name with a face when it came to guest stars. It was time for her to become a familiar and beloved figure in households across the nation. Determined to secure a starring role, Yvonne, in collaboration with her agent, embarked on the quest for a series that would showcase her talents. She had previously participated in a couple of pilot episodes, although those projects failed to take off. However, fate had something different in store for her. The opportunity that would redefine her career came when she received a call informing her about the potential addition of a female character to the cast of Batman. At that point, Yvonne had not watched the show despite its widespread popularity. Her preference leaned more towards books than television, and she didn't pay much attention to the small screen. This lack of familiarity with the show raised an interesting challenge during her audition. When Yvonne met the producer William Dozier, he assumed that she must have seen their hit series. However, she candidly admitted that she hadn't. In her own words, she told Dozier, "Actually, I haven't, but if I get the part, I'll spend the summer watching reruns, so I know how I'll fit into the scheme of things." This moment marked the beginning of Yvonne Craig's iconic role as Batgirl in the classic TV series Batman. Her willingness to embrace the character and immerse herself in the world of the show, despite her initial lack of familiarity, would lead to her becoming a beloved superheroine in the hearts of audiences worldwide. The road to Batgirl. Impressed by Yvonne Craig's audition, producer William Dozier recognized her potential for the role of Batgirl. However, before officially casting her, there was one more crucial step to take: shooting a presentation aimed at ABC network executives. The objective was to convince them that Yvonne Craig was the ideal choice to fulfill a specific target audience. In those days, television studios didn't rely on extensive demographic studies as they do today. Instead, they had a more intuitive approach, understanding that they needed to engage viewers of all ages and genders. Yvonne fondly recalls the strategy they employed during this presentation. The character Barbara Gordon, who typically works as a librarian, encounters a group known as the Mothmen in the library. Sensing that something is amiss, she swiftly transforms her attire into a superhero costume. Her skirt becomes a cape, and her hat is converted into a cowl. This clever and rapid transformation showcased the essence of Batgirl's character. After completing the 7-minute presentation, they awaited feedback from the network executives. The decision was a pivotal one, as it would determine whether Yvonne Craig would don the iconic Batgirl suite and join the cast of Batman or not. The suspense hung in the air as they eagerly awaited the network's response. As the pivotal moment approached, Yvonne Craig's agent delivered both thrilling and nerve-wracking news. She was informed that she needed to travel to Chicago for the NAPT, National Association of Television Program Executives, convention. This convention served as a platform for independent television stations to make crucial decisions about which shows to pick up for their programming. The catch was that there was no firm commitment yet, making Yvonne understandably reluctant to make the trip. Despite her reservations, Yvonne eventually agreed to attend the convention. The journey itself was filled with anticipation and uncertainty. However, during the course of the trip, she received the news she had been eagerly awaiting. She had secured the role of Batgirl in the television series. Yet, there was a humorous twist to this momentous occasion. As part of the convention ceremonies, stars of upcoming TV shows were introduced to the audience. Yvonne was given specific instructions to wait for her cue before walking out on stage. However, when the moment arrived, there was a nearly embarrassing mix-up. As the announcer uttered, "That girl," Yvonne misheard it as Batgirl. She nearly made her way onto the stage, only to be intercepted just before stepping into the limelight. Instead, Marlo Thomas, the star of That Girl, gracefully took the stage. Yvonne chuckled at the near mishap, acknowledging that while it would have been awkward, Marlo Thomas was a kind person, so it might not have been too terrible after all. They find their Batgirl. Yvonne Craig's journey in the entertainment industry took an exciting turn when she was cast in the iconic role of Barbara Gordon, the daughter of Commissioner Gordon, and the enigmatic Batgirl. This significant role placed her at the heart of the beloved television series Batman, which captivated audiences from 1966 to 1968. Yvonne joined the cast for the final year of the show, leaving an indelible mark on its legacy. Jeffrey Mark, a notable pop culture historian and author, pointed out that Yvonne's portrayal on the show required a unique blend of skills. She had to seamlessly navigate between two distinct levels of performance. On one hand, she had to approach her character with a deadly earnestness and seriousness, treating the role as if it were a Shakespearean drama. On the other hand, she had to infuse the character with humor, playing it for laughs in a way that would resonate with both children who adored comic books and adults who appreciated the show's comedic elements. Yvonne's ability to strike this delicate balance contributed significantly to the show's widespread appeal, making her a cherished figure in the world of classic television. She had a great time. Her breakthrough came when she landed a role that she found truly wonderful. This role not only provided her with a sense of purpose, but also rewarded her handsomely. Yvonne's talent and dedication allowed her to achieve what she had always aimed for in her career. One day, while going about her daily life, Yvonne had a heartwarming encounter that highlighted the profound impact of her work. A little girl recognized her in a supermarket and enthusiastically exclaimed, "I know who you really are. You're really Barbara Gordon." This moment filled Yvonne with a sense of fulfillment and disbelief, as it was a testament to the lasting impression her character had left on viewers, especially the younger generation. Yvonne cherished her time on the job because it gave her the opportunity to collaborate with people she might never have had the chance to work with otherwise. While she admitted that musicals were not her forte, she had the privilege of sharing the screen with the iconic Ethel Merman. This experience allowed her to appreciate the diversity of talent within the entertainment industry. Another delightful aspect of her job was the chance to interact with the legendary comedian Milton Berle. Although he claimed not to be retired, he did not have an ongoing show at the time, which meant he had more free time to engage in lively conversations and share stories. Milton Berle had a particular fondness for discussing show business gossip, and these exchanges were a source of great enjoyment for Yvonne. Bam! zap, pow. Yvonne Craig's time on the show was marked by a deep appreciation for the production's various elements, with a particular fondness for its elaborate fight scenes that added an extra layer of excitement to each episode. The fight scenes were undoubtedly a true highlight of the show. Yvonne relished the physicality and adrenaline rush of these sequences, where kicks and punches were punctuated by bold onomatopoeic captions like "bam" and "zap." These visually striking and dynamic fight scenes captivated audiences and became an integral part of the show's signature style. What made Yvonne's involvement even more thrilling was her personal connection to the role. At the time, she was an accomplished motorcycle rider, a skill that aligned perfectly with Batgirl's character. This allowed her to authentically ride Batgirl's iconic bike without the need for a stunt double. Her genuine passion for motorcycles not only enhanced her portrayal, but also showcased her dedication to bringing authenticity to her character. However, Yvonne's enthusiasm extended beyond simply riding the Batgirl bike. She was eager to actively participate in the fight scenes, showcasing her athleticism and commitment to the role. Initially, the producers were somewhat reluctant to allow her to engage in the physical combat sequences, perhaps out of concern for her safety. Nevertheless, Yvonne's determination and enthusiasm won them over, and she eventually got the green light to take part in these exhilarating action sequences. Stunt Queen. When the producers initially expressed concerns about her participation in the fight scenes, Yvonne addressed their apprehensions with a logical and convincing argument. She explained that the entire process was highly choreographed, with every move meticulously planned and executed on a count. Her understanding of the choreography gave her confidence that she would not be at risk of getting hit during the fight scenes. In fact, she emphasized that the choreography was designed to ensure that no one would actually punch a girl or intentionally aim for her face. Instead, she was actively involved in performing the intricate maneuvers, spinning away from her opponents to avoid any real contact. Her keen grasp of the choreographic intricacies reassured the producers that she was more than capable of handling the physical demands of the role. Yvonne's dedication to her craft was evident in her willingness to take on the responsibility of performing her own stunts. She acknowledged the producers' concerns about protecting the well-known actors Adam West and Burt Ward, who played Batman and Robin, respectively. She recognized that avoiding injuries to their faces was a priority. Still, she assured them that she was up to the task, emphasizing that her role involved doing most of the physical work and taking calculated steps to minimize any risks. As a testament to her commitment and competence, Yvonne was able to convince the producers to allow her to perform her own stunts. Even a stunt double who initially stood in for her couldn't help but notice Yvonne's unique talent and presence. Her background as a dancer contributed to her ability to move in a distinctive way, and she carried herself with a grace and style that set her apart. This distinction, coupled with her understanding of choreography, gave her the confidence to excel in the demanding stunt work required for the role of Batgirl. That costume, contrary to her initial description of the costume as being sprayed on, she discovered that it was remarkably comfortable, much to her relief. This revelation was significant because the costume's snug and form-fitting appearance suggested otherwise. As a ballet dancer, Yvonne was no stranger to wearing leotards, so the Batgirl costume felt somewhat familiar to her. In fact, she likened it to just another well-made costume in her extensive wardrobe. The costume's design was the work of Pat Bardo, who crafted it with great attention to detail. However, there was one initial hiccup. The top of the costume was not cut on the bias, and Yvonne was quite bosomy. This led to some discomfort initially, as it appeared that the costume was somewhat constricting in that area. Thankfully, a solution was found to address this issue. Upon receiving feedback that Yvonne was feeling a bit smushed by the costume, Pat Bardo made the necessary adjustments. She decided to cut the top on the bias, which resulted in a much more comfortable fit for Yvonne. The costume was constructed using a stretch fabric, which not only enhanced its flexibility, but also contributed to its comfort. As the series progressed, Yvonne became more familiar with the intricacies of the costume. She realized that sitting down for extended periods while wearing it was not advisable. Superheroines, after all, are known for their sleek and form-fitting attire, and sagging knees would detract from the overall appearance. Yvonne understood that if she spent too much time sitting, the knees of the costume might become baggy, necessitating alterations to maintain its pristine appearance. One notable feature of the costume was its zipper that ran all the way up the back. This design choice made it easy to put on and take off, and it ensured that the costume was not overly tight or uncomfortable. Yvonne emphasized that despite its snug appearance, the costume did not cause her any discomfort. Reality Check Jeffrey, a perceptive commentator on the show's evolution, sheds light on the rationale behind this crucial decision and emphasizes that any perceived shortcomings should not be attributed to Yvonne Craig. As Jeffrey suggests, the decision to bring Batgirl into the series occurred during its third season, 2 seasons into its run. By this point, the show had experienced a decline in its originality and energy. The initial formula of campy plots and over-the-top humor had its limits, and the comic books that served as the show's source material were undergoing a significant transformation. The comic books were gradually evolving to explore more mature and complex themes, which diverged from the lighthearted tone of the television series. In response to these challenges, the producers made a strategic move by introducing Yvonne Craig as Batgirl. Her character was intended to inject a fresh and different dynamic into the show. Batgirl's presence brought a new dimension to the series, with her intelligence, resourcefulness, and action-oriented role providing a contrast to the established characters of Batman and Robin. Furthermore, it's worth noting that the decline in the show's viewership was not solely related to the introduction of Batgirl or Yvonne Craig's performance. In the final season of Batman, there was a change in the show's scheduling. Instead of airing twice a week as it had previously, the show was reduced to a once-a-week schedule. This alteration disrupted the continuity of the storylines, as viewers had to wait a week for the second part of a 2-part episode. This change in scheduling contributed to a decline in viewer engagement and ultimately impacted the show's overall popularity. Therefore, it is crucial to recognize that the decision to introduce Batgirl was a creative response to the evolving landscape of both the comic books and television. Any criticism or decline in the show's popularity should not be attributed to Yvonne Craig, but rather to the broader shifts in the show's format and the changing tastes of the audience. Onward to the final frontier. Following the conclusion of her role as Batgirl in the iconic Batman television series, Yvonne Craig embarked on a new phase of her career, which involved guest appearances on various television shows and occasional roles in films. This transition allowed her to showcase her versatility as an actress and explore different genres and characters beyond the superhero realm. One notable television appearance during this period was on the original Star Trek series. In the show's third season, Yvonne Craig took on a memorable and visually striking role as Marta, a green-skinned Orion slave girl, in the episode titled Whom Gods Destroy. This particular episode of Star Trek is remembered for its intriguing storyline and the introduction of Marta, who added an exotic and captivating element to the narrative. However, Yvonne's experience working with series star William Shatner, who played Captain James T. Kirk, was not as enjoyable as one might have expected. Despite her admiration for the character she portrayed and the unique opportunity to be part of the Star Trek universe, Yvonne did not have a positive rapport with William Shatner during the filming of the episode. The dynamics on set, for reasons undisclosed, did not foster a pleasant working relationship between the two actors. Life after Batman. After the whirlwind success of her role as Batgirl in the iconic Batman television series, Yvonne Craig faced a changing landscape in her acting career. Jeffrey, a keen observer of her trajectory, highlights the shifts that occurred in her professional life post-Batman. In the immediate aftermath of Batman, Yvonne returned to her roots as a working actress who could always be counted on to deliver a solid performance, whether in dramatic or comedic roles on television. Her versatility and dedication to her craft ensured that she continued to find opportunities for a few years following the conclusion of the show. However, as time passed, the entertainment industry began to change and new talents were emerging. Geoffrey explains that Yvonne, despite her talent and experience, faced challenges related to her age. The industry often placed a premium on youth, and the fact that she was no longer in her 20s seemed to impact the roles she was offered. This phenomenon, while sounding somewhat trivial, was a reflection of the industry's tendency to favor fresh faces and rising stars over established actresses like Yvonne. For Yvonne, this shift in the industry landscape began to have a noticeable impact on her career by the mid-1970s. Roles that allowed her to truly showcase her acting prowess and leave a lasting impression became increasingly scarce. This decline in opportunities left her feeling disillusioned, and she, like many of her peers, started to resent the role that had made her a household name, Batman. It is a pattern that has been observed in the entertainment industry, where actors and actresses closely associated with iconic television series can find it challenging to break away from their signature roles. The struggle to reinvent oneself and secure meaningful, diverse roles is a common narrative among actors and actresses who have enjoyed immense popularity in specific roles. In Yvonne Craig's case, the changing landscape of the industry, coupled with the challenges of aging in Hollywood, ultimately led to a decline in her career opportunities. This period of professional frustration and resentment toward Batman paralleled similar experiences faced by actors from other beloved series, such as Star Trek. After her Hollywood career began to wane, Yvonne ventured into the world of private business. She briefly took on the role of a co-producer for industrial shows, showcasing her versatility and adaptability in the entertainment industry. However, she would go on to embark on a new and successful career path as a real estate broker, demonstrating her business acumen and her ability to excel in different fields. In the realm of entertainment, Yvonne continued to lend her distinctive voice to the animated children's series Olivia from 2009 to 2011. Her talent extended to voice acting, allowing her to connect with a new generation of viewers. Beyond her work in the entertainment industry, Yvonne Craig shared her life story and experiences with the world by publishing an autobiography titled From Ballet to the Batcave and Beyond in 2000. This memoir provided insights into her remarkable journey from ballet dancer to iconic Batgirl and her life beyond the screen. Yvonne also made an appearance in the documentary film Ballets Russes in 2005, a testament to her enduring connection to the world of dance and the arts. Beyond her professional pursuits, Yvonne was a passionate philanthropist and advocate for various causes. She championed workers' unions, advocated for free mammograms to promote breast health awareness, and was an outspoken advocate for equal pay for women. Her dedication to these causes highlighted her commitment to making a positive impact on society. Sadly, Yvonne Craig's life was cut short when she passed away at the age of 78 at her home in Pacific Palisades, Los Angeles, California, on August 17, 2015. Her death was the result of breast cancer that had metastasized to her liver. She left behind a legacy of talent, resilience, and advocacy. Yvonne was survived by her husband, Kenneth Aldrich, and her memory lives on through her contributions to the entertainment industry, her advocacy work, and her enduring impact on the hearts and minds of those who cherished her as Batgirl and admired her as a multifaceted individual who made a difference in the world. What do you think about Yvonne Craig's life and career? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.